Welcome back to another episode of Cast Me Outside. I'm your host, Aaron Scholl. Let me configure my mic a little bit. How we doing? Today's date is Monday, February 10th, 2025. Hope you're doing well. It's the Monday after the Super Bowl. Should it be a vacation? I don't know. One guy at work didn't say a single thing all day. And usually he's pretty talkative. So I'm wondering how many beers he slammed last night at his Super Bowl party to be showing up. Not even a word. Hey, who knows? I watched literally 2 minutes of the Super Bowl. 2 minutes of actual game time. So probably about 20 minutes of the Super Bowl. And I saw an interception. I saw a score. It was the end of the second half. The Eagles scored that last touchdown. It was awesome. Since I haven't been online like that, I haven't seen any crazy internet. I know back in 2018 or 2019, they won the Super Bowl. We won the Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm now an Eagles fan, guys. Eagles is my default team as a regular guy who doesn't watch football. Just a regular guy who swears he's straight. But he doesn't watch football? Can we trust him? I don't know. I did. I gambled on it. I gambled just on the Eagles just blindly while the score was still 0-0. And, that came through. So that was fun. That almost reignited an addiction. Yeah, I don't know about the Super Bowl. I think the Super Bowl is a weird kind of pseudo holiday for me because I never was into football. I would watch the Super Bowl kind of with my family, but I never really had a close group of guy friends or friends in general that I talked football with because it just wasn't in my world. So I always think it's kind of an event that I kind of feel excluded from, just not being in the world. It's it's all so important to everybody. Or everyone's doing all these parties and having fun. And I feel like I'm never going to be on that Super Bowl party list because I don't even have a toe in the world of football, let alone anything invested or a social group that I bond with over football. I am I am not completely illiterate when it comes to football, but I'm pretty close. Pretty close. So yeah, survived another Super Bowl. I think that actually was all I wanted to say about it. I was in Philly when it won the first time, and I didn't go out and celebrate because I was kind of just watching it alone in my in the house that I lived in, and I didn't just go out and roam the streets after the win, and that's my one huge regret. So kind of just stayed at home watching the Super Bowl, just being kind of my introverted self, not wanting to muster up the social energy and the actual energy to get out and be somewhere with the people of my city. Yeah, that's a huge blunder on my part. As far as being relatively optimistic, I can't go back and get that back. All right. Yeah, Super Bowl. Kind of. We'll switch it up. I'm kind of at a weird end of my rope when it comes to dopamine, my brain, and motivation. I think it might be a combination of things taking just longer than what I would like. Obviously I would like kind of this career change that I'm trying to kind of orchestrate. I would like that to fall into pieces faster. And or fall, like I'd like the pieces to fall into place faster. And like there's always more I could be doing that I'm not. And I think that kind of weighs on the back of my head. And then I got all caught up in the managing the ADHD, and I think in that and interpreting my condition or disorder, I kind of was like, I can handle any amount of dopamine, even if it's all like from shitty instant gratification sources. Like I basically gave up one shitty dopamine source, and that's alcohol. But all the other ones, like video games, porn, and weed, and like phone time, like all of those, I just kind of let run loose. And I've been like saying, "Oh, well, sleep. I think if I get my sleep right, that's like a great place to start." And I finally made a couple hard and fast rules for my phone and sleep. They go hand in hand. So basically, gonna do my best to give up porn, and that's like one of those addictions, habits that's gross, and part of me that really doesn't like it. But then, of course, I just find myself falling prey to that cycle again and again and again. And it's shitty dopamine. It's robbing me of some sort of like vitality and sharpness, especially if it's like, I don't know, just coming every day. There are like people who talk about coming the perfect amount. I think there's like this weird formula you can do. I think like some monks or somebody invented it, and I don't know what it is. Maybe we can look it up. Okay, I can't find it. It was a Tim Ferriss podcast where they had a guy on who was talking about the formula for how often people should be ejaculating compared to their age, and like as you got older, you became less. Just I don't know. I forget the whole thought process behind it, but it seemed ancient and it seemed like an interesting rule of thumb. But whatever. Gotta combat that shitty dopamine source, because obviously my motivation is kind of fucked up. And I also watched this thing about dopamine stacking, and it was a Huberman clip, and he was just talking about like, don't juice up your dopamine if you don't need to. Like try and use tools like L-tyrosine and alpha GPC and some of these things that I'm taking. I kind of use them when you need to, instead of just throwing the kitchen sink at it. Because if you throw the kitchen sink at it, then it's like, I think, becoming dependent on it as a possibility, or just not really being able to get out of the dopamine troughs when your dopamine levels go below baseline and you feel like you can't get anything done. So I think I kind of have been attacking this poorly, and I think it's kind of resulted in an interesting first month of the year, but ultimately still got a lot of work to do. And so my new rules are no phone in bed. Like if I'm laying in bed, I will not have my phone in my hand or next to me, or to me in the bedroom. And no porn. So basically fall asleep without the phone. Don't jack it to porn. If I can add those two, and to see where I'm at psychologically and energy wise, and then kind of reassess. I'm probably gonna have to reassess like some other bad habits, mainly video games and weed. But we'll tackle this one device at a time. I think it was good to cut out alcohol. Now I'm a month into cutting out alcohol. We'll see where I am in about a month from now with the phone moderation, and then maybe we'll go in on weed or something and try and get that at a healthy baseline, so I'm not like forced to overcompensate or forced to pay a huge price for abusing these fast sources of dopamine. Okay, get to the end of the sentence. Just start a sentence and not finish it. So yeah, so that's a big thing. Just also the video gaming is getting out of hand. That's why I limited it from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. just right before bed. So it's just, if there's time, then it gets put in. And that's during the week. So far during the weekends, I've been really bad at it, at controlling the amount of gaming I'm doing. But hopefully as my motivation gets a little bit cleaner and my dopamine gets maybe actually managed, we'll be able to have weekends that we're proud of instead of these kind of mostly bum weekends where like I get what I like can get done. I get like my priorities done. I get the clips done and probably a little bit of housework, but I don't really go above and beyond and have fulfilling weekends that seem like I'm making big steps on some of these goals of mine. So yeah, that's my little dopamine rant, and I'm rethinking the stack. I think I might take L-tyrosine all the time just because of the ADHD, but maybe I will start using alpha GPC and some of these other ones on a need to use basis, so I have tools in my toolkit. And as far as dopamine, what it comes down to so many times, and this might just be like confirmation bias, but it comes down to is like the only treatment is cold showers. Around every corner, it's like you can try and balance this, and you can try and balance that, but eventually it may catch up to you. Or you can just take a cold shower and fucking be on that good natural dopamine for a couple hours, and there's no real downside besides the cold shower. So I have to make that just part of my life. So yeah, cold showers, exercise, good sleep, good nutrition, yoga nidra, non-sleep deep rest. I just did my first non-sleep deep rest through Huberman Labs. He has a 10-minute walkthrough. It was good. It was a good paced. It felt good. I did not want to get up afterwards, but now like I'm feeling kind of less groggy or less one foot in the bed, because I was like laying in bed. I was like, oh shit. First I was like, don't get under the covers, and I was like, I'm getting under the covers. And then then 10 minutes later you're done with this and you're like, oh shit, I gotta move. So the healthy forms of dopamine, I'm gonna try and access them. Yoga nidra is pretty easy. That's just a 10-minute commitment. Sleeping, I'm working on by doing no phone. And then hopefully by pushing video games back a couple hours, I can have more time to exercise, where it's like, okay, I have 2 hours. I can't play video games because of how I scheduled my time. Like, so I got to do something else with these 2 hours. Hopefully I'll fill that with exercise time. And then the cold shower, boys. Okay, so yeah, now it's kind of pursuit of healthy dopamine. So I'm kind of rethinking the supplements and, managing ADHD. But yeah, it was my nephew's first birthday. Gave him a Batmobile and a Pokemon plushie, both of which I had already. That's what I mentioned in yesterday's episode. I was like, I'm just gonna give him some of my shit. It's a good way to get rid of your shit, and it's a good way to give him stuff that you both like, right? Because I can tell, his dad, my brother-in-law, likes Ninja Turtles. So the grandmas and the aunts, or the great aunts, they got him Ninja Turtle clothes, which is cool. Ninja Turtles are sweet. I don't know the lore very much, but yeah, of course. So we got the dad side of the family pushing the Ninja Turtles, then you got me pushing the Pokemon and the Batman. So my goal is to give him a Batman Hot Wheel. Just give him one, maybe every Christmas and every birthday, to a year until he's about 10. That'd be cool. And then I guess maybe there'll be a point where I can read the room and see if he actually likes it. But yeah, it was a good little birthday. It was good. It gave me something to do on Saturday. And then it just got super shitty on Saturday. So it was kind of like, well, it's literally the most dangerous driving conditions, freezing rain. So just gonna get shit done. I got my clips done. Reached out to my people. That's actually huge on my list. I need to find a podcast to clip. I gotta put that on my to-do list. Just pick one. There's so many great podcasts out there. If you're listening to any comedy podcasts that you think are really good and have really good funny moments, suggest them down below. Maybe I'll make some clips of them for my weekly clip thing that I'm doing to run that channel. But yeah, like a sobering weekend, kind of reminder that it's not going to be a fucking magic pill that fixed my life. It's going to be sustained effort. And strategic, sustained effort. That's my only hope. But yeah, hopefully I'll gain a little bit of the richness in my life by eliminating some of these habits. Or if there's procedural, there's chemical addictions, and then there's procedural addictions, and I've kind of veered off to mostly procedural, like gambling and video games. But still, shitty and can fuck your life up. But yeah, okay, cool. Oh, what? Is Kanye West in the news again? I don't know what to say about Kanye West anymore. I think his last kind of blowout was like the last blowout. I don't know. I don't think anybody needs anybody enough to pay attention after a certain point. I don't think. I don't want to say he's not relevant. Like he's gonna be relevant, and I'm sure he's always gonna have his diehard fans, and he might be an artist for when like his rap sheet becomes too long to be like acceptable. I think he will be an artist where we separate the art from the artist. But as of right now, it's like, it's just the same thing over and over again is what it feels like. And after like a few times through the pattern, it's like, this isn't new. So it's not, even though it's outrageous, it's not new. So it's not that interesting. I think that's what it comes down to. And that's what it feels like. Cause it's like, the fashion's cool. The music is cool. It's all a little frivolous though. So it's not this thing that there isn't like enough competition. So it's like, we can just get pretty good. We can get similar quality music and fashion from someone else. And I don't know. I think I had a couple good points there, and I think I had a couple meh points. Just Kanye West, the outrage cycle. It's just not new. It's the same outlandish shit, and I'm not interested in it. Okay, let's go on to advice. This is a good one. I think I've made this faux pas before. All right, advice. Should I tell my sister that our mom is going around calling my newborn niece ugly? Bum bum bum, ugly baby. Dude, they grow out of it. Depending on like how small they are when they come out of the womb, like the less formed the baby is, the uglier the baby's gonna look. And my one cousin was an ugly baby. You know, they're lumpy and they're weird. They are ugly. Now, this lady is like, she wants to defend the baby's honor, but I think she really maybe wants to get the mom in trouble because she's like, how dare you call a baby ugly? You know, if someone says, that's an ugly baby, gotta be like, yeah, man. Give me some hot babies. Just show them how weird it is that you're talking about the appearance of a baby. And go the opposite way. Be like, that's a fucking hot baby. And see if the mom's like, Because then maybe in a quiet moment of reflection, she'll be like, oh, that's how I was making people feel. Commenting on the appearance of a baby. But dude, some babies are ugly. And most of them grow out of it. See, ugly baby is fine. You look less like you look when you're grown up, when you're a baby. That's like the two most distinct phases in your life. Because that baby phase, that baby phase is just going, you're evolving, boom, you're a teenager, dude. It's when you're like really ugly at like 17, that's when you have problems. Because you got youth on your side and you're still coming up short. You're still coming up a big nasty uggo. Like you can be ugly when you're a baby. That's fine. You're gonna grow out of being a baby. Okay. Hi, I'm an 18-year-old female. My sister's 27 and has recently delivered a new baby girl in November. Congratulations. Yeah, this 18-year-old. Shut up. Shut up, 18-year-old. Who cares? Sorry, no, I care. This is you need advice. And my advice is it's just a baby. It's not going to look like that forever. When it's like a very healthy, attractive grown up, you can be like, you are an ugly baby. And then it's just like a fun little thing. And the person's like, I don't know. That barely was even my life when I was a baby. Now, me personally, I think most babies aren't easy on the eyes when they first come out. Because they've, of course, been floating in water for 9 months. That's not why they're ugly. It's not the floating in water. Okay. Yeah, it's a freshly cooked baby. It's all tiny and lumpy. It's got no fucking structure. Maybe its bones are barely even cartilage. Okay. So they just come out looking like little old people, LOL. Yeah, exactly. They just come out, they're all kind of frail and lumpy. They don't have the smooth cranium of a fully formed adult. Okay. My mom seen my baby niece and immediately didn't like what she saw, which is fine. All right. Being taken aback and not liking the way the baby looks, that's different than like objectively being like, that's a fucking little gremlin. That's not cute. That's like a gremlin ugly thing. But like, you're like, I did not like the look of that baby. It's a fucking baby. It's like literally the most helpless. It could not help how it looks in the least. And it'd be, oh my God, I do not like the look of that child. It's like the baby's just like, doesn't even do anything. He's essentially stationary. All right. Yeah, okay. Now I'm getting to see why your mom, if she's like, I don't know, if you can't just be like, that's an ugly baby and then move on with your life and check in on how you feel about the appearance of the baby. A couple age increments, 6 months, a year, 18 months. Be like, okay, phew, it's less ugly now. It's gotten to the cute phase. But what is not fine is the fact that indeed, sorry, but what is not fine is the fact that instead of her keeping that opinion to herself or just telling me, and that would have been the end of it, she instead goes around sending my baby's pictures around to outside family members like my aunt and cousin, making rude comments about the baby looks. The baby looks. Okay, this person, 18-year-old female, it's fine. I was about to comment on her writing style, but, as someone who doesn't like to edit things, I can't be talking too much shit. We're in the same pot. Okay, now she's roasting the baby over group chat is an entirely different thing. If she's like sending pictures of the baby and then sending pictures of like Mike Wazowski or whatever from Monsters Inc. and being like, these are the same people, then you got like a fucking, your mom's a bully. Like, your first month, your mom made a bunch of memes about you. Being like, hey, meet my baby. It's like, when I don't know what meme. I was going to say, like, when you have to crop out the baby from the photo. I don't even know, because it's a hideous baby. When you're like, damn, demonic possession. I don't even. When Spawn of Satan is the first thing that comes to mind, and you're not even one yet. And I don't even. These memes are bad, guys. I'm not on it. Yeah, rude ass comments and a fucking incriminating group chat. That is funny. Is everyone's like, dude, if me and my friends group chat gets leaked, we're gonna be in so much trouble. I don't know why they talk like that. Yo, if my friends group chat got leaked, we'd be so busted. Oh my God, I'd get canceled if you found my group chat. And then it's like, you don't even know what's in the grandma's group chats. She's calling all y'all ugly. It's not just, it's personal attacks. It's not just like vague chuckling at racism and inappropriateness. It's pointed roasts of you at your most vulnerable from the people who are supposed to protect you. And if that's not worthy of cancellation, then I don't know what is. Cancel. She's canceled. Your grandma's canceled. She said you look like Mike Wazowski from Monsters Inc. When you know you're a boo. That's the only Monsters in character you can be compared to. It's the human. Yeah, dude. The grandmother not being like filled with grandmotherliness. And I get like there's like a bit of like, I don't know, harshness from grandmothers or just no nonsense. It's like this strict and warm. Like, and some grandmothers can be more strict and some grandmothers can be more warm. But yeah, to maybe have a story about how you would expect grandmas or family members to treat people, like especially the most innocent and newest member of the family. You'd expect them to maybe treat them with warmth, for them to be like snickering and gossiping. Yeah, I get it. Tell your sister, fuck her. No, grandma. Grandma's not in your life. Sorry, baby. She was being pretty bitchy to you when you were firstborn, so I made the decision to X her from your life. Okay, let's read this last paragraph. I find that very strange and straight up disrespectful, but I also don't want to stir up drama since I do reside with my mom. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. It is disrespectful. I don't know what you can do. You can wait until the baby grows up and is cute, and then you can say that. Because I remember thinking that my cousin was ugly, and I think I was smart enough to keep that to myself. I think I wasn't like, that's an ugly baby, which I'm sure I've had moments of social ineptitude that rival something like that. But I think I kept it to myself, and then I think I did let the cat out of the bag later that I thought the baby was ugly, and still wasn't quite laughed off. I don't think it wasn't drama, but it wasn't like ha 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 ha. Yeah, ugly babies. There's something funny about an ugly baby too. Whatever. So can someone tell me whether I should inform my sister or keep it to myself? Yeah, keep it to yourself. If you have to let them know, wait until the baby grows up and it's not like she's stuck with an ugly baby for a couple months. Oh shit, because she probably thinks that baby is fucking walks on water. She probably thinks that baby is worthy of a box of Pampers. Its face on the box of Pampers. You could be the baby standing next to all the shitty diapers, but still dry. Yeah, it's like, and I think that little personal dig of my newborn baby's ugly is unnecessary. You don't need to put some ideas. You don't need to put in people's heads. And everyone has their good and bad angles. So I don't know what's wrong with your mom. I think if you need to keep this a secret, that's probably totally acceptable. Probably acceptable. I think I don't feel you're morally obligated to. Maybe in private you can be like, it's a fucking baby. It's cute. Find the cuteness. It's in there. It's tiny hands. There's something about it that's cute. It's like, maybe just not its face. But yeah, that's it for ugly babies. Keep that shit to yourself, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Cast Me Outside. It's been a lot of fun, but we're done. Gotta run. Thank you this time for your time. And until next time, keep on living and loving. Peace.